Hey YouTube, it is Saturday night and we're going to play a little bit of Phantasy Star Online. So let's get started. Throw in our patcher disc and see who we can find online. Okay, good sign so far. The patcher disc is loaded. Oh, wow. Well, you can tell it's been a little bit since I've fired up the old Dreamcast because the rechargeable battery is dead. That'll happen. The rechargeable battery does last for a while, but I find if you leave your machine off for more than a week, it tends to drain for whatever reason. So it could also be the quality of my rechargeable battery, which I'm going to have to replace. I did put up a tutorial, I don't know, maybe about a year ago, and just showed you how to replace the rechargeable battery that comes with the Dreamcast, which is more than likely a dead cell at this point, and also how to change the LED. Both extremely simple mods. Even I could do it. But yeah, I did buy some lithium batteries from eBay, and I probably should have bought higher quality ones. I just got them from the cheapest seller because I figured they're pretty much all the same. And I suspect the ones that I got were basically just garbage. So long story short, they didn't hold a charge. So, it is what it is. You get what you pay for, I suppose. Which is also why with a couple of mods recently, I've really been looking into the hardware that I've been adding, particularly with my Game Gears, because I've been doing a lot of cap replacements recently. And I've been looking into the types of caps that I've been buying. And there's a couple of sellers that will sell, like, you know, you can get things from China for next to nothing. You know, maybe like 100 caps for $1.50 or something like that, with free shipping. But you just don't know what the quality of those caps are going to be, right? So online mode, you don't know if they're going to die within, like, you know, maybe a couple of months of whatever project that you've been working on, and then you're going to have to replace them again. Or, you know, you don't know if, like, they could cause damage to your equipment. You just never know. They might not be calibrated properly. So I've been looking into a couple of, like, Panasonic caps seem to be really good, and they're relatively cheap, so I've been looking into buying those now. I do have a couple of orders coming in, but they're taking forever to ship. So yeah, we'll see it when we see it. Other than that, it's pretty much all I've been working on besides work. Work and everything else has just been killing me lately. So I think the last time we played a little bit of Phantasy Star Online, I said I was going to come back Saturday. That was the Saturday that passed. But I lied. I think I was working that morning and I just got home. I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I can't play games at 11 o'clock. So sorry about that. I didn't get around to it. Let me just close this down here. Don't need it anymore. But anyways, things have been good. They've just been busy. Wow, there's 11 people on Altamira. Let's go check that out. Cool, let's do it. All right, let's refresh Dreamcast Now. And there's the 4 of us. All right, let's see if we can find an open game, hopefully in Ultimate. Let's just take a look back here. See who we can see, and I don't see anybody. All right, no big deal. Organize team, join team. Ooh, nice. Yeah, so I've been up to quite a bit lately, actually, just working on a couple of projects and doing some renos and things, but boring domestic shit. But I have had a couple of cool finds in the wild, as well as a couple of updates on some purchases and a couple of stories about some purchases too. What do we got? We got Sleep, we got Kuroheim, and we got Silace. I think we played with Silace before, actually. Yeah, I think we played with them last game. Cool. That'll be a lot of fun if we can join in with these three. So today is Saturday. I went to an enormous garage sale. It was probably like, I don't know, 200 families maybe. And I didn't get any gaming stuff, but I've really set my expectations low for finding gaming stuff as well. Like, it's just so hard to find good gaming stuff out in the wild. Or when I say good, I should say stuff that I'm interested in. Okay, let's see, which pipe should we go down? Which pipe should I take? Green or yellow? So yeah, I've set my expectations extremely low for finding some of the games that I'm interested in finding out in the wild. Like, most of my expectations, like, I don't even think about Nintendo or Super Nintendo or Genesis, any of those cartridge-based games from the 80s and 90s. It's not going to happen. Okay, indeed. I've been super busy lately, and unfortunately not a ton of time to get online. All right, where did they go? So I guess they went down here. Divinity Berry. Okay, let's just look at the map and see. Item pack. Bring them up. Oh, they're back there. Okay, cool. What was I just saying here before I got distracted? Yeah, so I went to a couple of garage sales and I set my expectations pretty low. Best case scenario, find maybe a couple of rare PS2 games, maybe some PlayStation games, but highly unlikely. If you are a person who is in the market, oh wow, we're going right to the boss, or let's say Xbox 360 or PS3 games, even PS4 to a certain extent, you will have a lot of success at garage sales. Unfortunately, those are none of the systems that I'm interested in. So I didn't really walk away with any games. Oh wow, this guy here. Ugh. But I did find a couple of cool things. Some stuff kind of movie related. Stuff that I'm not even gonna bother showing because it won't interest you. They were good finds, but it's like, wheelbarrow tires with bearings in it for $2. A lot of baby stuff like that. So again, kind of boring stuff, but stuff that I find useful. I did find a major movie score though. I know that people here might not necessarily be as interested in films as I am, but it is a hobby of mine. Collecting films, watching films, stuff like that. I don't watch stuff as much as I'd like. Oh shit, I don't have the PB. But if I'm doing something, I can put something in the side of my eye, and really that's a lot of fun. But there's certain brands that I look for, like Shout Factory, Criterion, Vestron. You don't really find that stuff out there. Mill Creek, Echo Bridge. Generally, that stuff is the stuff that I'm interested in. It's typically like really old, shitty, like sci-fi. I shouldn't say shitty, but like maybe B-movie type stuff that gets remastered and actually looks really good, which can be hit or miss, to be quite honest. It's not always good to have high definition older horror movies that rely a lot on practical effects. And I can bring up a couple of examples. The first example that I can recall is getting Hellraiser on Blu-ray. You just see all the seams and the makeup and some wire work and some puppetry and stuff like that. It doesn't look that good. in high definition. I think the best way to watch that stuff is probably to stick to like VHS if you can, or even DVD to a certain extent. There are a couple of DVD releases that say remastered, but they're clearly not. So, you know, I would possibly suggest going that route. Where's Kuroheim? Why isn't anybody bringing them back to life? Okay, there we go. Oh wow, we killed this thing already? Cool. So yeah, again, that kind of stuff I find is like few and far between. It's not impossible to find. Occasionally I do run into it at thrift stores and things like that, but not often. Not often with those particular brands. Typically, people that buy those brands buy them for a reason. It's because they're film collectors, and you know they're semi-coveted. So to find stuff like that out in the wild, especially garage sales, is a rare treat. Not an impossible treat. Girl, call for help. No one paid attention. I hit the thing. Confused what that means. Didn't break the box. I don't know what. I think I missed something there. So yeah, anyways, what we'll do here is we're going to go to... What are we going to do to... Let's feed our mag first. Give them something to snack on. And let's get back to our teammates here and figure out what the next step is. Kuro got trapped in Volzop's playpen. Oh, interesting. Alright. I hope that Kuroheim... Hope that, nobody left Kuroheim in the lurch. Sorry. Well, Kuroheim's an excellent player, so I'm not going to hold that against him. There, Kuro. I was actually looking for you. Then I saw you were revived. Well, it's nothing personal. I guess people just didn't get there in time. I did take a look around, but only droids can. Need 2,000 HP. Okay. Alright, so maybe while we're figuring things out here, I'll just show you what I mean. So anyways, I went out to a couple garage sales and I got these for next to nothing. Now this isn't all of them. I'm just going to show you a couple of the fun ones. So what did I get? I got... You really do know everything. Trilogy of Terror on DVD from Dark Sky Films, actually. They released quite a bit of cool shit. This DVD generally goes for about $100 nowadays. So to find it for the price I found it for, because I got 10 DVDs for $5. It was a good price. I got a pile of Criterion's titles that I doubt people are going to recognize because they're all old art films. But I really enjoyed them anyways. Found a Blu-ray of William Friedkin's The Guardian, which is a pretty bizarre little film if you haven't seen it before. And what else did we get here? This is a really good one too. So this is the deluxe DVD version of The Man Who Fell to Earth. That's an old David Bowie sci-fi film. And yeah, that generally goes for about $150 as well. So it's kind of cool to find that out in the wild. Again, you don't generally find that stuff, especially box sets like this. Like, they're just so big and clunky and just like scream interesting, you know what I mean? So I'm surprised it was picked up. Wasn't picked up by the time I got there. I also picked up this finally too. Had some Amazon credit because of some damaged stuff. So I was like, okay, well, I'll get this. So I ended up picking up Pumpkinhead on Blu-ray from Show Factory. And watched it, and it was not as good as I remember. The effects are still fantastic. They really look good in high def, surprisingly, as I was just complaining about that. But you know what it is? It's the story. It's edited weird. It's paced weird. It feels like a bunch of like trailer bait scenes, and there's really no flow to it. There's no menace, I find. But it does look really good. Like, it's shot really well. It's just edited poorly. So anyways, I had that on in the background, and it just didn't really do much for me, unfortunately. So still a good movie. Missiles are at you. What are we learning from Kuro today? Kuro does know everything about this game. Sometimes you will get one shot. Alright, well, while they're figuring stuff out, let's feed our Kapu Kapu. And maybe we can level it up to get some cool new PB attack. Do I have anything I need to unload? Items. Well, let's use our luck material anyways. We'll keep our launcher. We'll keep that. Yeah, we're good. I won't protect you. What? What's going on here? What? I think there's a bit of drama in Pioneer tonight. That 1 second after taking damage. Oh. It will not count. The 2 attacks will count as 1. But Mag and Viz will count. I'm very curious about what they're discussing right now. Well, let's see who else is online in the interim. And oh, there's only 3 of us. Okay. And the chat really isn't hopping either, so I'll just let people know that I'm in PSO. Kicking it in PSO. Cool. Insane Forest. Okay, where did our friend Kuro go? They're still in the game. Did they go over here, or did they go back? There's Kuro. Alright, we're following Kuro. They know what they're doing. They are a pro. Following you, Kuro. Alright, off to the ruins. So yeah, there's a bit of an incident that happened, but I think maybe to preface it, I'll talk about the good thing first. So, I may have mentioned before, I sell quite a few things on eBay. Just a lot of random stuff I just don't need, you know, I just throw it up there, and sometimes I ask way too much, but I figure it doesn't hurt to go fishing. Like, you know, if there's something that I kind of want to hold on to, sometimes I'll just post it, and you know what, let's change our gun. There we go. Let's see if this helps. Just to tag everything. You know, I sell quite a bit, and like I said, sometimes I'll just go fishing. I'll post something for a ridiculous price, and occasionally people bite and get it, but oftentimes things sit there for months, but again, it's stuff that I'm not necessarily chomping at the bit to sell. And sometimes I don't even think I'm interested in selling it, and that's why I posted for so high. But anyways, I sold some old camera equipment recently. There's something that you can use with your old cameras long before the digital revolution, when you had to use good old film. You had to make sure, it's not like nowadays where you can shoot a million shots and sort through it all and decide which ones you want to keep. Back in the day, you had to make sure that whatever you shot was what you wanted. So in order to do that, you wanted to make sure that you set up your shot properly. And what that generally meant was you had to read lighting in the room, and you had to make sure everything was in focus and all that fun stuff. But oh, whoa, what's over here? What did I see? Oh, I didn't see anything. I think I saw my mag, actually. So you could use these things called spot meters. And what spot meters were, are a device just to measure lighting, so you know what to set your aperture to on your camera and stuff like that. And I had a couple of them. One of them I couldn't verify if it worked or not because the battery cartridge was inaccessible, and the battery that it actually used was like a proprietary battery for the thing at the time. Like, both these spot meters are products of the 60s and 70s, so really, really old, right? But the first one sold as is, and the person was content with that. They gave me some positive feedback. The second one, I know 100% it was working, because my brother, who is also a filmmaker and actually went to school for film way back in the day when you actually used to have to shoot on film, so he knows everything there is to know about film. So before I sold it, he gave me a quick rundown on how to use it, and I could verify 100% that this machine worked. Oh, some more material, cool. So I posted it on eBay, said it worked, took a million pictures of it, and I asked $50 plus like 18 shipping or something like that, which is totally reasonable. In fact, I think the shipping ended up costing me more, but I was like, whatever. I just want it out of my house. I'm not using it, and I just don't want the space taken up anymore. So anyways, some guy just kind of randomly offers me 40, and I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to sit on this for 10 years. Just take the $40 and, just run with it, right? So I accepted the 40, mailed it out to the guy, packed it up very well. In fact, later on, the person even mentioned how well it was packed. Shipped it tracked, and just kind of waited to see what the response was. So shipped it tracked, I knew it arrived, and it appeared at that point the person probably just wasn't interested in giving me any positive feedback for whatever reason. But about 2 weeks after it arrived, I get this email through the eBay Messenger service, and it's from this guy who brought the spot meter for $40, and he basically says, I want to talk to you before I take things further. Okay, so I'll take that as kind of a veiled threat that if things don't work out off the eBay claim system, then we're going to take it to claim. Okay, we'll wait here. Okay. And I wanted to hear what happens. So anyways, oh shit, let's shoot these guys for sure. Oh, I missed them. Damn. So the problem, he said, your package arrived about a week ago, and it was packed very, very well, which leads me to believe that the damage that happened to the item did not happen in shipping. So I was like, okay, what's this guy getting at here, right? So he goes on to explain that there had been a battery that had exploded in the machine at one point and had corroded all the insides, which was not true, and that something about the prism to refract the light had been damaged as well, which was not true. Again, the item was working perfectly fine when I mailed it. And what was the other complaint as well? I can't recall. It was just like a nothing complaint about the condition of the item. Now keep in mind, the camera that I used to take all the photos of the eBay stuff I sell is a Nikon D7200. You know, excellent, sharp pictures, beautiful resolution, even compressed when going on to the eBay system, right? But this person was trying to say that they didn't know the item was that rough. Now, the item was actually pretty good for an item of that time. Keep in mind, this thing is probably about 45 years old. Like, yeah, the leather case is a little rough, but there's no rips or tears or anything like that. Like, it was still in pretty good condition. I didn't know what the person was getting on about. But what I do know is eBay has their 100% buyer protection, which means if this person brings it to claims and they're saying all these things are wrong with it, I am probably going to lose, and these people are definitely going to give me negative feedback, which I do not want. Right now I have 100% feedback on eBay. I kind of take a little bit of pride in that. You know, I'm a good, honest eBay seller. So what happens at that point is if the person files a claim, it ends up going to 37. It ends up going, hey, just get this. What are you doing? Oh, I guess you don't want it. We're full. It ends up going through the claim system. They end up freezing the money in your PayPal account or putting you in debt to PayPal until it's resolved. And that includes the total price for the item plus shipping. So rather than go through all of that, you know, and have the person get their money back anyway, I just have to bite the bullet and be like, okay, this person's trying to hustle me. They probably know the game. I'm just going to accept the fact that I'm being hustled, take it as kind of like the cost of doing business, and just give them their money back. So I apologize. I eat a bit of crow, and I'm like, sorry that this thing wasn't what you thought it was. It was in working condition when I mailed it. Again, I'm sorry, but if you want, I'll refund your money. Just send me back the item. Right? Because I don't, if the person, here we go. If the person wants their money back, well, I want my item back because I can probably resell it because I know it works. Now, this is where things get a bit questionable, to say the least. So the guy responds back to me and he says, the item certainly wasn't in working condition when I received it. It was broken. This was chipped. This was broken. It didn't look like this in the picture. He says, I can't return it to you because I've already fixed it. Very curious, right? He says, what I want my money back for the item. It's the cost of here. Okay, no prob. I'll stay. There we go. We'll depress this. Yeah, so he said that the item was certainly not broken during shipping. It was broken before it was shipped. I knew about it. I'm trying to hustle him. He says that he's already fixed the item and he wants just to be compensated for his time and the cost of the replacement item. Okay, I forgot one important part here. The first message he said was that he called the company and had an estimate for the cost of repairs. Okay, he said that it was going to cost him money to repair it. But at this point in time, I'm under the impression that this item has not been modified by this person. That the item is as it was when I shipped it, and that's why I wanted it to be refunded. But in the eBay message system, he acknowledged he modified the item and wanted it to be refunded. So at this point, I'm kind of like, okay, I'm sorry about that again. What were you thinking would be a reasonable price? And then he said he wants his money back. Okay, well, now I'm like wondering, like, do I have to give this guy's money back? Like, he's already taken, like, he doesn't appear to be a person. If he called the repair company, he doesn't appear to be a person who is qualified to repair this item, right? So maybe I can get out of this stupid situation. So what I do at that point is I contact eBay customer service. I say, listen, I'm dealing with this buyer. I sold them this item. They pulled up the item after I gave them the item number. We've been chatting back and forth. I'm under the impression this person is going to file a claim against me, and I just want to know what my options are. Now, I sold the item to this person in working condition. They told me it wasn't working. I offered them a refund within my first email, and they denied it, or they refused the refund because they said they'd already modified the item. Now, right away, eBay customer service said, well, that violates the terms and conditions of our return policy on eBay. If the person has already modified the item, you do not have to accept the return. I was like, really? Okay, that is really good information to know. So in order to cover my ass a bit, I said, I got back to the guy and I said, sorry for getting back to you late. I apologize about that. I hope everything's going well. I just talked to eBay customers. I just want to clarify that the item has already been repaired you've already repaired the item yourself, and it's in working condition to your satisfaction before we proceed further with refunding your money. And the guy gets back to me right away, and his exact words were, that is exactly correct. Like, okay, I got you now, fucker. So then the next thing I said to him is, all right, well, I feel more comfortable going through the claims process than doing this off of the eBay claims process. And he said, well, your loss, I guess, oh man, I should have probably donated. And the next day he filed a claim against me, and he wanted to return the item now. And he had a laundry list of complaints on why he wanted to return the item. In the complaint itself, he actually acknowledges that he's already fixed the item. So he files a claim. I immediately contact eBay and say, this person's filed a claim against me. This is the situation. I sold them this device. It worked perfectly when I mailed it to them. They are claiming that it no longer works, or it doesn't work even when it arrived. And I offered them a return. They refused it because they've already fixed the item. And I was so relieved. The woman said, she went through the emails that we were sending back and forth, because I guess they have access to the emails on the eBay message system, which makes total sense. And in the emails, she reads through them and she sees that the guy said that he fixed the item himself, and immediately says, well, he can't do that. He's already modified the item. He's violated the terms and conditions of eBay's return policy. You do not have to accept a return. And at that point, I was just like, okay, I'm happy she's already said this. I'm going to just play it cool, because I don't want to, I have a tendency to talk too much, even when I'm in the right, and I want to say something that's going to get me into trouble, right? So anyways, I just said thank you, and then she said, what we will do is I will close the case right now. Oh, shit. I will close the case right now, and I will release your money back to you. It's like, okay, wonderful, thank you very much. And then on top of that, she says, since you have successfully advocated for yourself and won the eBay decision in the claim, Also, feedback will be removed from both parties. So the person can't give me feedback and I can't give them feedback. Which is great because I knew for sure this person was going to give me negative feedback either way. And so I got a letter shortly afterwards saying, we've looked into your case and we've decided in your favor. Gave me the details about when the money would be released. Gave me the details also about not being able to give feedback to either party was not able to give feedback at that point. And yeah, the person never contacted me. I was certainly not going to contact them. And I won. I was shocked. I don't think I've ever heard of anybody winning a decision as a seller in eBay when somebody files a claim against them. I just didn't think it was possible. But, I've got the documentation, and I'm living proof. It is possible. So if you're a person out there that sells things on eBay, not as a living, maybe as a living, I don't know, but is always hesitant, just know that as long as you're an honest seller, you have a chance of winning a decision if you're ever put in a position where somebody files a claim against you. I really didn't think it was possible. It was actually giving me a little bit of anxiety, even though it was like fairly I could have absorbed the loss. It was going to come to about $80, which is a nice chunk of change. I could buy something fun with that, but nothing that is going to completely break the bank. It's nice to know that it's all wrapped up and the guy can't do anything more to try and get some of his cash back, and I can kind of just keep on doing whatever it is I do on eBay. So that was a good story about eBay, but now there's Amazon. Fucking Amazon. Now, it's not the end of the world with what happened. I did manage to get a refund, but the situation in and of itself is absolutely unacceptable. And I'm taking it a step further. I've talked to a number of people, and I've actually talked to the post office, and they've given me some options as well. What happened was, again, I'm a movie collector. I like movies. I like a UK label called Arrow. They do a real good job at restoring, remastering, and making these nice little packages for a bunch of older movies. Some of them are foreign, some of them are horror, some of them are sci-fi, some of them are art house films, but they're all fairly little unique, films that maybe not everybody is familiar with, which kind of makes it nice that they end up going all out when they release these movies. So the one movie that they were releasing was something that I was very interested in because it has a lot of nostalgia for me, and I'm a victim of nostalgia, as it were. Except when it comes to PSO. I love Phantasy Star Online. It is a wonderful game. But I didn't grow up with it, so I don't have any nostalgia for it. I just know that I play it now, and I have a lot of fun, and I've met some really cool people, and it's still a great game that holds up. There's a lot to it that, it's a bit simple, I guess, compared by a lot of today's MMOs, but it is still extremely playable. Looks fantastic. And you learn something about it. I learned something new, maybe not every time I play, but when I start talking to the more experienced players, it is fascinating some of the things that I discover about this game and how to improve my gameplay and all that kind of stuff. So anyways, going back to what I was saying about my little Amazon incident. Where are we going? Oh, fuck off. Item pack, area map. Oh, back around there. Okay. So there's a film that's really close to my heart. I watched it many times as a kid. As a kid, it kind of scared me. There's some parts in it that are genuinely creepy. As an adult, I just enjoy it as a kind of campy horror film. And that film, in case you haven't seen it before, oh, that could be fun. I suggest downloading it or something. You could probably even watch it on YouTube. But that's House. Now, House stars this guy, William Catt, and he plays a writer. What's his name again? Something Cobb. And basically what happened was he's got an aunt's house and he's got a kid. And at some point, his kid goes missing. Now, he says that he saw the kid disappear into the pool. Other people say that he's kind of crazy and that the kid was probably abducted. And time goes on, so his wife leaves him, and he spends the majority of the film just kind of sulking in the beginning. And at some point, his aunt dies, and he inherits the house. Am I going the right way? Fuck. Yes, I am. And he inherits the house. So he chooses to kind of own the situation. So he goes back to the house and decides he's a writer. So he decides he's going to take this opportunity to write a story. And he's famous for writing war stories because he was a Vietnam vet as well. In Vietnam, one of his buddies dies. Actually, he has to leave one of his buddies behind. He's never really 100% sure what happened to his friend, but ultimately he figures it was pretty bad because, I'm sure I've never experienced war, but I can only imagine what happens to people in war situations that they never really tell the general public, right? Like, they don't have conversations about these situations with civilians because we wouldn't understand. And it's totally understandable to me why people do that and why people would choose to only talk amongst themselves about that situation. But anyways, I'm kind of veering off track here. Just giving you a little summary of the movie. So right away, he starts noticing a bunch of crazy stuff happening, and it kind of, everything starts escalating. All the bad things in the house start escalating pretty quickly, and then at some point, he has to kind of like more or less fight the spirit of the house, and it kind of manifests itself in the ghost image of his war buddy, played by Richard Mole. Richard Mole, that's right, Richard Mole, not Richard Mole. Richard Mole is a comic. Richard Mole, who you might know as Bull from Night Court, if that's your thing. But he also starred in a lot of really cheesy movies back in the day. He's just a big dude, right? Anyways, not the best film in the world, but I like it. I find it a lot of fun. The effects are pretty cool in it. The monster makeup in it, the ghost makeup in it is really, really good. Still holds up today. I got no problems with it. Ooh, evade material. Damn. But, I guess I should let people know. 62. But there's also a sequel, House 2, the second story, which is a lot more campy, but still a lot of fun. Oh, I think we lost a little bit of frame there. Hope it didn't jar our video. And then there's an unofficial sequel called The Horror Show, with Lance Henriksen, also from Pumpkinhead. And then there's House 4. And they're all fairly unique movies in their own way. Again, they're all, they're not for everybody, but I'll grab that. But I enjoy them. So Arrow released a deluxe box set edition, which featured all 4 films with a lot of supplemental material, restored, remastered, and also had the DVD version in it as well. So you got the DVD and the Blu-ray version in this nice little collector's box, and you could pre-order it. You could buy it pre-ordered in Canada, I think it was going to cost about $100, or you could pre-order it from, oh, where'd they go? Amazon UK. Whoa, how'd they do that? UGB, it's a healing ring. Oh, okay. But on Amazon.uk, they had it for £32, which works out to about $50 Canadian if you pre-order. So I pre-ordered it, and almost immediately after I pre-ordered it, the box set became out of print. And some people that had already received it, I could see it going for hundreds of dollars at that point. So I was like, oh, I'm so happy I pre-ordered this, right? Now I don't have to get suckered in by a scalper or something like that after the fact, which I probably wouldn't do. You know, it's not really my style. I like films and stuff like that, but I'm not crazy about it. I'm not going to spend $200-300 on a box set. You know, it blows my mind when I see people like, I've sold box sets for that much, but I would never buy it. But I guess, you know, some people, that's, you know, if that's where your core interest lies, in collecting movies and trying to get them in the best possible format, then, you know, I guess you got to spend the money, especially if you're like a completist for certain film labels, right? So I heard the delivery date was a certain day, and I was excited. I was like, cool, I'm getting this for pretty cheap. It's out of print. It's kind of expensive now, so I'm glad I got it when I did, and just moving on with my life. So I'm sitting in the house, just downstairs chilling, and it's during midday, and I hear a little knock on the door, and then I hear a little like flop on the floor. Oh, sorry, I gotta go over here. I hear a little flop on the floor, and I go upstairs to check it out. I hate this area. No kidding. It's so long too. And I go up to check it out. And what did I get? I will show you. This is exactly it. I got a folded piece of cardboard. Now, the item didn't fall out. It was a box set. They just mailed me a folded piece of cardboard. I can tell you this 100% because if you look here, it's an Amazon box. And from here to here, there's no bends. You can see right through it. Also, just the way the cardboard folds, like there's no creases to show that there was ever a package in here. So they mailed me an empty box for $50. And I was fucking pissed. So I called up Amazon customer service and told them what happened. And they basically told me, you know, sorry, out of luck, it's out of print now. You know, something must have happened. Contact Canada Post. It's like, no, you mailed me an empty box. I've got pictures. It's nice to know we can work together. Okay, well, I don't know what's going on. Anyways, so ultimately what happened was why I free adventure, my level 3 hero tech, okay. Just hit Y a bunch. All right, we'll see what we can do. Okay. When you see the circle spin, PB animation. Okay. So they did say, okay, sorry, it appears as though it was damaged in shipping. We'll refund your money back to your credit card. I said, well, I actually want the Blu-ray set. Well, it's out of print now. Sorry, we can't get it back for you. You dirty motherfuckers. So I made a video of it, showed it to a couple people. Amazon ended up getting in touch with the video, and they're like, the customer service there is like, well, based on the video, it looks as though we mailed you an empty box, but we can't do anything about it. So I ended up calling up Canada Post with some complaints too, and I was like, well, is there like a lost and found? Like, you know, if a product went missing during shipping, do you guys generally keep it aside and then people can claim it later? Like, how does that work exactly? And all they told me that I could do was that they have an arrangement with Amazon where if something is damaged in shipping, Amazon replaces it and then they refund Amazon the money. So I'm going to see if Amazon can buy it from a scalper and then have Canada Post pay them. Why not? So anyways, that was my Amazon drama. Kind of not the end of the world again. Like, I ended up getting my cash back and everything like that, but I would have much rather had the movies. Again, just kind of goes to show, like, you can even get hustled by major companies like Amazon. Couldn't believe it. An empty box. It wasn't damaged in shipping. C'est la vie. Well, maybe what I'll do is just kind of go over a couple more things that I got were pretty cool. So I mentioned earlier I was doing a bit of garage sailing and stuff like that. Getting back on topic. And I did find a couple of really cool things. Things that... Oh, shit. Confused trap. Oh, didn't matter at that point. Damn. Oh, let's nail this guy. Oh, where's Sleep? We gotta bring them back. So what did I get that was kind of cool? Well, this thing, which I have no idea what I'm going to do with, but I got it for 50 cents, and it's a Panasonic digital recorder. So it has this, like... Okay, I guess I better follow them. It was in box, and essentially it looks like this. There's a bunch of wires inside the box, that's why it's so big. And, you know, you set it up like this, and it's got a little docking station, and here's your little digital recorder. 50 cents, why not? I'll figure out a use for it. I know with phone and all that kind of stuff, it's really really easy to record digitally nowadays, but I thought I could have some fun with it. That was pretty cool. Did a bit of thrifting as well and managed to find a boxed copy of Syndicate, which is a really cool little, I don't know, Blade Runner-esque style strategy game for the PC. So I'm glad to have a hard copy of that. I know you can get it on, I think you can get it on GOG, which is probably the easiest and most practical way to play it. But anyways, good to have a little hard copy, even though I probably won't use it or won't install the hard copy. Not my fault. So first, don't like... See how I killed it before you shot you? Okay. What's going on here? Are they still fighting? Or P. Okay. Alright, let's do this. Sweet. Alright, seems like we're all getting along again. Also did a run to my local Value Village, and oh, let's go get a couple of shots in here before these guys all disappear. And found this. Now, before I showed you, I found a copy of this on DS, Harvest Moon. Cute. Well, I ended up finding the original Harvest Moon on DS as well, which, you know, those games are always a lot of fun, those little farming simulators. I always enjoy them. I remember when my friend got it on Super Nintendo way back in the day. Now, I know it commands a pretty little price nowadays, for whatever reason. You know, retro games are ridiculously priced. I don't know who buys them, I'll be honest. especially Nintendo stuff. Like, it's impossible to get a legit... Oh, shit. It's impossible to get like a legit full set of Nintendo stuff, and the fact that people would pay, you know, they get so wrapped up in it that they want to... Oh shit, should I get that? No, I don't need it. They want to pay like hundreds, thousands of dollars on these fucking games, and all it does is just keep sort of like creating that crappy cycle of inflation. And oh, I guess I need to do something about my items. That I can drop, use. Okay, cool. Where am I going here? There we go. I lost my train of thought. I'm sorry. I'm just kind of distracted looking at all these pretty things. Where did everybody go? Fuck off, you son of a bitch. Yeah, so like, I mean, to pay that much money on this, on cartridges, just blows my mind, especially when there's so many other ways to play it. Like, get a flash card, you know? Oh shit. Okay, let's go find our friends here, because we are way off the beaten path. Which is what I do. I have a SNES Power Pack from Retro USB, and I love that thing. It's so useful. Put all of those games on it that I'll never buy, and you know, it has save states, and you can do Game Genie codes if you really wanted to. It's just a really useful little device, and you know, unless the ROMs are severely hacked, which most of them are pretty good. You know, I haven't noticed getting too many hacked ROMs. Like, generally they're pretty pure, especially for the games that I like playing. You know, it just makes life a little bit easier, and you're playing on real hardware too, so it feels like you're actually playing the game, which is really nice. You know, I can understand why emulation drives people a little rangy sometimes, because you're not playing on real hardware, and there are little quirks with emulation that, you know, emulation purists seem to think that the quirks are fine, that you can manage with them, but you know, people that want to play the games as original as possible, they notice these little quirks and it drives them fucking bonkers. So anyways, like I said, the ROMs that I download, they tend to be fairly popular ROMs, and they appear untouched for the most part. So I'll use the defense material, why not? What's this? No, don't need that. Oh no. In GameStop, now that they've stopped accepting DS games, I assume that a lot of DS games are going to go up in price very quickly. So I'm really trying my best to get the DS games that I enjoy now while they're still relatively cheap. And you can still find them out in the wild too. Again, nothing really set in, like, there's no guarantee that you'll find these things, but you're far more likely to find DS games sitting on a shelf than you are. Oh, hey, what's this? Do I need that? Maybe I do. God power. Sweet. And I like my DS too, so hey, everybody wins. Oh man, this lag is painful. I'm actually right now in the works of... There's a Japanese broadband adapter that I'm thinking about buying from this person on eBay. Now, it's going to be a bit pricey. I should have probably bought the North American one off my friend when I had the opportunity for $100, but at the time I was like, oh, $100 is so pricey. Now I'm like, oh man, that would have been nice. Okay, let's tag these guys. And finally, again, nothing really too crazy, but a bunch of Game Boy Color games, including Bubble Bobble Millennium, which is the only good game in that pile. The rest are like Sabrina and stuff like that, like just a bunch of crap. But I got it for $5, so I was like, why not? Okay, we got a couple of little bits of armor and stuff we can test out later, so that'll be fun. But other than that, there's been a couple little odds and ends I've picked up, but nothing necessarily worth showing off. So that is pretty much it. But not it for everything. So the good news is I got an email from the Beharis brothers, and it appears as though my Akira HDMI box is on the way. So that's going to be exciting. I can trim down my setup here, and even though it's 480p over HDMI, it looks beautiful. Now, Adam Korlick, who does the his Dreamcast channel, what's it called? Figured Out Productions. He has got probably, oh cool, got 100. He has got like a crazy Dreamcast collection. I think he's got 2 complete sets. I think he's got the North American set, and he's got the European set as well. I don't think he has the Japanese complete set, but he also has pretty much all the peripherals in box. He's got that Dreamcast television. I can't remember what it's called, but the Divers, was it Divers 2000? Anyways, ridiculous collection. No point in even trying to compete with this man. He has got it all figured out. Nothing that you can really surprise him with, right? So he has the Beharis box, and he's been recently broadcasting some Dreamcast footage using that box. And again, it looks spectacular. I am really impressed with that. So I think I'm going to try and do a video using the Beharis box. And I was thinking about putting it downstairs, but I don't necessarily use my Dreamcast in the basement that much. It would make the setup a little bit cleaner, but I'm going to try it out here, see how well it works. If it's worth keeping up here, then that's going to probably be what I use in my setup from this point moving forward. I think it came to $85 American, including shipping, which isn't terrible. Still certainly pricey. But, you know, if you've got an extra, they take PayPal too. So, you know, if that's something you're concerned about, just be aware that they will accept that payment. The downside is, well, not from Beharis Brothers. I'm really excited about that. They make a great product. I'm really excited to get that in my hands. The downside is it just reminded me of all the things I have Dreamcast related that are currently either in development or haven't been shipped or whatever. Who knows what's going on. So I got to thinking about, oh yeah, I paid for Slave Zero. I forgot about that, or Slave rather, and that's never going to happen. At least it feels like it's never going to happen. And then I think about things also like, you know, Elysian Shadows, where the guys there are busy making web videos about other projects when they're not even finishing the project that they've been funded to do. So yeah, that kind of ticks me off. I don't think we'll ever see an Elysian Shadows, and I'm actually almost at the point where I'm thinking about getting my money back, and if they do release it, I'll buy it then. You know, I don't need to give them my cash. If they are taking people's cash and spending it, I don't think they're putting it towards the game, not with the amount of other projects they seem to be displaying in their YouTube channel. I think they're done with that game. Alright, let's feed our mag in the meantime. Oh, I'm surprised I haven't found any more Dimate. Cool. Alright, where do we go from here? Alright, I think we go in here. Yes, we do. So yeah, I am kind of interested in getting the broadband adapter just to see if there's much of a difference in playing this online. Like, is it going to be smoother? Is it going to be faster? Who knows? I do play a lot of PSO as opposed to other games, so it might be a good investment if I want to keep playing this smoothly, you know? Like, I appreciate the lag, it's kind of fun, but I gotta admit, there are times where I wish I could just play and not have to worry about things slowing down to an ungodly crawl. Alright, sorry about for all the yawning, guys. It was a long day and it's actually fairly late in the evening too. That's no excuse. We're playing video games. I think I mentioned before that it's been about a week since I put up a video last, and it's funny because I did mention in that video that I was going to be posting something on the Saturday, and obviously that never happened. You know, I'm sorry about that. I don't want to make any promises that I can't keep, but I went down a YouTube rabbit hole actually. So anybody out there that's watched like older YouTuber videos and reviewers and stuff like that, Let's Players for that matter. I do not consider myself one of those people, but you know, I like to play this game. It's fun. You may remember a guy named Noah Antweiler, Spoony1, and he did some pretty cool Let's Plays and stuff like that back in the day before it was really given a name. And I think he was maybe not the first, but the first I can recall that did something with it. Like, what was the game that he played again? Oh, Phantasmagoria 2, Puzzle of the Flesh. That was a funny, long Let's Play from start to finish. It was just amusing. Like, I didn't know anything about the game, and watching him play it out and sort of describe the characters the way he did, it was good. It was a good time. That being said, I've never really watched any other Let's Players. Just not my thing. I know there's a lot of people, well, I guess if you're watching this, it's kind of a Let's Play video, but I think it's probably more of a vlog than anything else with video game elements involved. But anyways, I went down this rabbit hole because I know for a long time he's been getting a lot of grief. Now, I don't really watch his content, well, partly because he doesn't make any content, as much as I used to, but occasionally, you know, certain videos kind of come up in my news feed. I might go and check him out. You know, this guy used to be pretty funny for the most part, if you're into that kind of humor. And anyways, the rabbit hole I went down was the amount of hate by people about this guy, for how he treats people and what he does with money and never lives up to schedules and all this kind of stuff. And then part of me was thinking, oh yeah, that's kind of me, I guess. But at least I'm only a week off and not, you know, a year out of promising to make a film if you get, you know, enough Patreons or something like that. By the way, I got a new Patreon. Thank you very much for your donation. I appreciate it. One of those things that I think I mentioned before, I'm probably going to take it down because it's not really getting that much attention. But, you know, I figured just leave it up and, you know, maybe some people will be interested enough to throw a couple of shekels my way. You never know. I'm not necessarily the biggest fan of e-begging, but I also find that I'm probably not the most effective person at e-begging either. Otherwise, I'd have a lot more money. I just like playing this game for you guys, and hopefully you enjoy watching these videos. And I enjoy reading the comments, and I'm glad everybody's figuring out ways to get online and either buying USB line voltage inducers or building them yourselves or whatever. You know, I see some people play this game for a while and they kind of disappear, and sometimes they come back, sometimes they don't. But regardless, I'm glad people are just having fun with the game and having fun with their Dreamcast. And you know, I appreciate the fact that people watch those videos and they found them very helpful. You know, that was always the end goal. Was like, I want to have some content out here that's helpful to people. And that Dreamcast tutorial really seemed to help folks. You know what I mean? Okay, where's... Oh, shit. I'm not going to be in a good position here if I don't freeze these guys. So yeah, any little thing helps. I actually did end up buying a new copy of Phantasy Star Online version 2. I couldn't pass it up. It was $14. And it had the cereal in it, which is great. That's real key if you're going to buy a used copy of Phantasy Stars to have a proper serial, because you know, people that buy the game and they just grab any serial they find online, that can cause problems. Like if we both have the same serial number for the game and I'm in game and you try to join, you're not going to be allowed in because it's going to say that that serial number is already in use, which I guess made a lot of sense back in the day, because when this game was really popular there was much more players, and obviously when you have more players and people are playing very regularly, you have more chance of, you know, people pirating their serial codes. So anyways, the preventative measures they placed for making sure that people couldn't use the same serial code at the same time, I guess were quite brilliant. But now that the game is done, it just makes me wonder if there's a way to circumvent it. And it appears as though there's really not. So, okay, we gotta find Kuroheim. Oh, okay, cool. That's where everybody is. Alright, was that Kuro that went down here, or was that somebody else? No, that was Kuroheim. Sweet. When all else fails, follow Kuroheim. Nope, somebody launched a telepipe. Oh, here we go. Alright, I guess I'll wait here because I don't really need to do anything other than maybe drop off my cash, but I don't really have enough cash anyway, so might as well hold on to it and keep my PB. Now, let's see if anybody new joined in the meantime. Oh, 4 players online. Cool. Chat's really not doing much either, so I guess people are finished with PSO on good old Dreamcast talk. Alright, here we are. Falls. The big one. I don't anticipate I'm going to do very well. But I guess it is what it is. Actually, should I go back? I'm going to lose my PB. It doesn't fucking matter. I'm going to unload a lot of that gear that I have, because in the event that I pick up something cool after Falls, I might want to have some space. So let's just see if we have anything worth keeping. And oh, what do we got here? All sorts of grinders. Neat. Alright, sweet. Well, let's use our grinders. Okay, let's see if there's anything here that we should be keeping. Okay, spiritual shield. What kind of a shield am I using right now? God, body, Gabi, celestial shield. Okay, what do we got here? Celestial shield. A little bit more defense. Okay, we'll get rid of this guy. Divinity armor. Spiritual shield. What do we got? No. Okay, this god power. Do I have? I already have a god body. God battle, god body, god body. A power. Maybe I'll try that one out actually. Alright, so let's try Divinity armor and celestial shield. Get rid of this guy. Go with the guardian armor. Is that any good? No. Let's get rid of that. kind of armor am I using right now? Sorry. Okay. Let's go to the Techer. Okay, special weapon. Yes. What do we got? Okay, sure, why not? Sell. Ancient Saber. Okay, is that God Power? Is that? What does this one do? God Power. Boost attack power by 29 when equipped. What does this do? God Body. God Battle. Boost attack speed. God Body. You know what? Let's get rid of God Battle. And equip the God Power. Okay, equip. There we go. That makes more sense. Okay, and equip. This guy here. A little bit more defense. And there we go. Okay, cool. Sell. Sure. And what else do we want to sell? Well, I'm going to put that in the bank. Maybe somebody else can use it. And buy. Do they have anything? Oh, we'll buy another escape doll. Why not? Okay, cool. One sec. Coming. Deposit. Seta. Deposit item. Okay, cool. Balls then finish. Okay, item. Let's get our Yasminkov. Oh, can't tweak our Yasminkov anymore. Okay, no big deal. Item. Oh, that's it, eh? Okay, no problem. Deposit items. Okay, and... Okay. Red pipe. Yes. Okay, cool. Let's go and die a whole bunch while fighting falls. And it looks like our team is going to Insanity next, so that is not something I can... Oh, fuck's sakes. I hit my A a little bit too impulsively. Now we gotta go back, and then we gotta go back again. The pipe's still open. God damn it. There it is, right there. Okay. Let's go and fight falls. Now, I think I might switch from the weapon I'm using after we get to after we actually get to falls legit. He's not going to make another EP. Really? past him. Oh, are they talking about somebody making another episode? That would be kind of cool. Huh. I am B2. Okay. Well, I'm not 100% sure what the issue is tonight with a few folks, but it appears as though in the week I've been gone, there's been some issues. Let's just put it that way. Seems to be a little bit of bad blood. Okay, let's go die a whole bunch trying to fight falls. East sleeps for dinner. Well, I'll give you an E for effort, my friend. Okay, dude. Oh, for fuck's sakes, I'm dead already. Okay, let's do it, guys. We can do it. We can do it. All I need to do is survive this nonsense. And then, hopefully, we can get to Falls proper. Oh, here they are. Okay, perfect. Let's see if we can get them. Oh, those little spirity guys are dancing around. I don't think I've noticed those before. Okay, there we go. Perfect. Okay, I'm going to switch my weapon now. And hopefully... Oh, shit. This isn't good. Can I get out of here? No, it doesn't appear as though I can. Oh, man. Okay, I'm fucked. Totally trapped behind falls. God damn it. Oh, here we go. Time to escape. Okay, let's see if I can get this. Nah, come on. All right, get out of here. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Let's tag him at least once. You can do it. Okay, we can do it. We can do it. We can do it. Feel it coming. Nice. Okay. And this was the easy part. Now comes the part I hate. But who knows? We might be able to survive a little bit. Okay. We'll just have to hope our friends are on the ball with reviving us. Okay, run away, run away. Cool. Alright, are we going to survive this? Wow, okay, so far so good. Oh man, I should have. donate it or something. All right, run, run, run. Okay, come on. Come on, get out of your shell. Did we do it? Did I not die once? I hopefully at least got the XP. Hey, look at that. I have, maybe it was my armor? I don't know. Wow, I'm surprised. Like when he was doing that special shot near the end, typically that just knocks me on my ass and that's it. So something happened there. Level up. Nice. Yep, yep. Awesome. All right, is there any goodies here that we can actually use? That would be so nice. Well, we made it to level 101, which, you know, it's a good feeling to kind of get into these upper echelons of the game. Even though my character is still not great, I'll sort through those later. We'll just grab them for now. Still feels good. Still feels good to know that, you know, I'm moving up and my character is getting stronger. Like, there was a time where I would never last. You know, I think I died 2 or 3 times in that falls battle. That's not bad compared to how it used to be. Time for new gear. Forced gear. 101 gear. So I can get new stuff now. Oh, yeah, I do. Come on. I do. Okay, take item. I've been kicked from the server. Attempt to remove non-legit item from bank. What? What? What just happened? Attempt to remove non-legit item from bank. Well, what the fuck? Alright, well, let's jump back into our game and hopefully we can find our friends and figure out what happened. I can't even remember who gave me that guard wave. Non-legit item. Now, I know that they have that for people that have hacked items, but I haven't even had a chance to look at them. And obviously it was given to me in-game by somebody, probably somebody fairly legit, but who would have hacked a guard wave? On the plus side, it looks like my character data saved. I hope I didn't lose many of my weapons or anything like that. That would really piss me off. Well, I shouldn't have lost my weapons because... No, it's saved. I didn't lose my weapons. I hope I didn't lose my Masetta. Fuck. That is unfortunate. Well, any of you old schoolers that know much more about this game than I do, maybe you could enlighten me as to why that happened. Alright, let's go back to Altamira. Quickly before our friends leave us. Oh, cool. cool. Sir Tesselot's here. So Sir Tesselot is actually the game mode is set to legit, and you failed the legit test. Okay, let's force chat here. What am I doing? Simple mail. Send mail. Build card. Choice search. Search. Okay, let's just let them know what happened. I got booted because they said my guard wave was illegit. Okay, it looks like I got mail as well. Okay, simple mail. If you got kicked, that means you picked up a hacked item. I had 2 guard waves. Oops. One of them must be hacked. Alright, simple mail, received mail. Come in and let me see it. I can't join the game because I have a illegit item on me. Okay, let's take this opportunity right now before we get too far into it to save our game. So save 1. Chat, simple mail. Okay, let's try that again. Oh, okay, here we go. Let's see. I don't know why it kicked me before. It's a good thing I record all this stuff, so I'm not going crazy. Alright, let's find out what's going on here. Okay, who do we leave? Solace. Let me inspect the item. Alright, sounds good. My poor little Dreamcast could just spit out my character. Really struggling. Alright, here we go. Let's go find our friends. Sea Lace is joining the game. Item. Equipment. Items. Drop. Ooh, that could be fun. Oh no, my Vig goes up, but my defense goes way down. Does have 4 slots. What do I have right now? Might be. Okay, where did our friend go? He is checking the jet. That's really weird. Can't remember who gave them to me, but I generally play with honest players. I don't have the time to watch 100 plus hours of video. All right. Well, I'm sure that I'll find out eventually. Both are hacked. Well, there we go. You are YouTube famous now. Yes, you are. Surprise. Welcome to the YouTubes. Alright, so I guess those are garbage, so I can't use the guard wave. Okay. So I guess those two guard waves are both garbage now. Just want to confirm that those two guard waves are not going to be playable. That kind of sucks. It would have been nice to have some new cool armor, but yes, it's not going to happen. All right, what else do I have here? Item pack. Items. Do I have anything I need to sell? Why do I have this stupid thing? All right. Apparently PC does not correct the value. Okay. Did I try to equip? Or banking them? Bank. How much PB is it in the Garen shop? So if it's not too much, I could probably fix them now, but I really don't think I have that many photon points. Okay, I'm not sure. Did Kuroheim end up giving those guard waves to... Is that sleep? I think it must be sleep. Alright, we'll get down to the bottom of this. What are they doing? Unless they already tried to correct the value of these guard waves. Oh, cool. Okay, so let's item pack, equip. Cool. Nice. So now we just have to... Cool. Item pack, equip. I just get a cool shield too. Man, people are so awesome in this game. Awesome. Wow. Cool stuff. That is pretty cool. Oh. I grabbed it. Was it for someone else? I thought it was the other wave at first. Here, let's just unequip it because I don't really want to. There we go. Okay, items. Through wave. Rub. Okay, so whatever item you grab first, services. So, oh, okay, I gotcha. I gotcha. Cool. All right, we're learning all sorts of neat stuff today. You only gave back one, but the value's still abnormal. Both had 200 defense. Okay, what do they have now? Kind of hope nobody wants that blue ring. That'd be nice to pick up. Okay. Well, let's... Oh, I guess that person grabbed it. Okay. Equipment. Sweet. Great. Need better gear as you progress. Certainly do. This has been a big issue for me. For those that have been watching for a while, is that my gear sucks. Alright, well, I would love to play a quest, but I have got to jet, guys. I am living on borrowed time here. Okay. Alright, let's say goodbye to our friends. Good game, guys. People. It's 1 a.m. here. I have to jet. I'll probably be on tomorrow night all. All right. Hopefully, I know Kurhan will understand because they know that, you know, I've only got a good couple hours left or in me for this game, and then I've got a jet, but I guess maybe some of the newer players that I haven't played with before. Wow, the lobby is just hopping again. Holy smokes. This is cool. Alright, let's save our character. Night all. I'm out. That is cool. I haven't seen this many characters around in a long time. Alright, but I got a jet. Okay, very cool game. I had no idea that after 101 you get all this new armor and stuff like that. Didn't mean to kind of like grab and dash, but like I said, I got some things I have to do in the morning, so I can't stick around forever, unfortunately. But Kurohama, I really appreciate your help. That blue ring boosted up quite a bit of stats, which is great. And that guard wave, I don't know how everybody is taking out the hacked portions of it. But I appreciate the fact that it's been done. I had no idea it was hacked. I am going to have to maybe peruse a couple of old videos and see who gave it to me exactly. But generally I play with more or less the same people lately, and I can't recall who I got it from. So again, anybody in the comments knows, let me know. Also, if you've made it this far and you have any experience live streaming, get back to me. I have a couple of questions, including what's the best way to legitimately live stream your stuff, best software, whatever it is you're using. I have a couple of different camera options. I have a Nikon D7200, which I think you can plug in over USB and use as an external camera, but you can't really record footage for longer than 20 minutes onto it. But I heard that you can actually use it as a camera for longer. So I was thinking about using that in conjunction with some of my other hardware. Yeah, just let me know. I'm very curious to see what other people's setups are like. In the meantime, great game. Always love beating Falls on Ultimate and seeing all the cool stuff you can get. Really appreciate all the help from everybody else. Really appreciate all the help from people watching the video. And yeah, again, I'll probably be on Sunday, probably around the same time, I'd imagine. It's a long weekend here in Canada, so I got a bit more free time. All right, everybody. I hope everybody's doing wonderful. Again, thanks for watching, and I will see you all later. Take care.